Today's topic is about back of thigh. Back of thigh, also called as posterior compartment of thigh, also known as flexor compartment of thigh. Cut section of thigh. This is cut section of thigh. In this cut section, this is femur. From the femur along its posterior aspect, there is an ridge present. This ridge called linea aspera. From this linea aspera arises intermediate intermuscular septum. This is medial intermuscular septum, and this is lateral intermuscular septum. So this medial intermuscular septum and intermediate intermuscular septum and this lateral intermuscular septum, these septas are modification of deep fascia, and these septas are dividing this posterior compartment into anterior compartment. These septas are dividing this thigh region into anterior compartment, medial compartment, and posterior compartment. This is femur, this is linea aspera, this is medial intermuscular septum, intermediate intermuscular septum, and lateral intermuscular septum. These septas dividing this thigh area into anterior compartment, medial compartment, and posterior compartment. This is outermost covering is skin. Deep to skin lies superficial fascia, then deep fascia, and this is posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. Now today we are going to discuss about the posterior compartment of thigh, muscles present in this posterior compartment. In this posterior compartment, we found hamstring muscles. Hamstring muscles which originates from ischial tuberosity and inserted over one of the bone of leg and supplied by tibial part of sciatic nerve. These are some common features of hamstring muscles. Hamstring muscles are 4 in number: semitendinosus, semimembranosus, biceps femoris, and adductor magnus. These 4 are hamstring muscles, originates from ischial tuberosity and inserted over one of the bones of leg. So number 1 muscle is adductor magnus. This adductor magnus, it has 2 parts of origin. One part called as ischial part. This is ischial tuberosity. Ischial part of adductor magnus arises from ischial tuberosity, and adductor part of adductor magnus arises from gluteal tuberosity, linea aspera, and medial supracondylar line. So the ischial part and adductor part combinedly form adductor magnus, and finally it reaches up to adductor tubercle, and finally over the adductor tubercle. Next muscle is semitendinosus. Semitendinosus arises from ischial tuberosity. Ischial tuberosity is an rigid impression over the hip bone ischial part. It is an comma-like structure impression which is divided by a horizontal ridge into upper and lower part, and upper part further divided obliquely by an oblique ridge into superolateral and inferior part, and lower part by a vertical ridge divided into outer and inner part. From the outer part of ischial tuberosity, outer lower part of ischial tuberosity arises adductor magnus, and from superior lateral impression of upper part of ischial tuberosity arises semimembranosus, and inferior medial part of inferomedial impression of upper part of ischial tuberosity arises semimembranosus. Again, next muscle is bicep femoris, which arises from inferomedial impression upper part ischial tuberosity. So these four arises from ischial tuberosity. This is ischial tuberosity. This is semitendinosus, arises from upper part of ischial tuberosity, inferomedial impression upper part ischial tuberosity. This is semitendinosus. Semitendinosus, it has longer tendon of insertion. Insertion of this semitendinosus over the upper end of tibia anteriorly. Incision of semitendinosus, just behind incision of sartorius and gracilis. And this is semimembranosus. It has wider belly. This semimembranosus arises from ischial tuberosity, superolateral impression upper part ischial tuberosity, origin of semimembranosus, and it is inserted over upper head of tibia, upper end of tibia posteriorly. Incision of semimembranosus. This is bicep femoris. It has two heads of origin, long head and short head. Long head arises from inferomedial impression upper part ischial tuberosity, origin of long head of bicep, and this short head of bicep femoris arises from linea aspera, lateral supracondylar ridge, and this bicep femoris inserted over apex of fibula. Now next is about some detail about sciatic nerve, its root value and origin. Sciatic nerve, this is L4, 5, S1, S2, S3. Ventral rami L4, ventral rami L5, ventral rami S1, ventral rami S2 and ventral rami S3. From this ventral rami, ventral division L4, ventral division L5, ventral division S1, ventral division S2 and ventral division S3 form tibial part of sciatic nerve, and dorsal division L4, dorsal division L5, dorsal division S1 and dorsal division S2 form common peroneal part of sciatic nerve. So this sciatic nerve has two types of fibers, tibial and common peroneal type of fibers, and this tibial and common peroneal fibers combinedly form sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve, thickest nerve of body. Now course and distribution of sciatic nerve. This sciatic nerve arises in this pelvic region formed by L4, 5, S1, 2, 3. Just behind this is piriformis muscle, just behind this piriformis, and from this pelvic region it enters towards this gluteal region along the lower border of piriformis muscle. Then this sciatic nerve crosses obturator internus and its two gemelli. This is obturator internus and gemelli muscle. So this sciatic nerve crosses above obturator internus and gemelli, and finally it runs vertically downwards over this quadratus femoris muscle, and then over the adductor magnus, and then finally this sciatic nerve bifurcates at the level of upper 2/3 and lower 1/3 junction of upper 2/3 and lower 1/3 of femur. This sciatic nerve, it gives tibial branch and common peroneal branch. So this is course and distribution of sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve, this is sciatic nerve. It gives branch, one articular branch to hip joint, and it gives muscular branches. Tibial part of sciatic nerve, it gives muscular branch to semitendinosus, semimembranosus, ischial part of adductor magnus, and long head of bicep femoris. And short head of bicep femoris, it is supplied by common peroneal part of sciatic nerve. So nerve supply of hamstring muscle is semitendinosus, supplied by tibial part of sciatic nerve, semimembranosus supplied by tibial part of sciatic nerve, long head of biceps supplied by the tibial part of sciatic nerve, and short head of biceps supplied by common peroneal part of sciatic nerve. And this adductor magnus, it has two parts, ischial part of adductor magnus and adductor part of adductor magnus. Ischial part of adductor magnus arises from ischial tuberosity, and adductor part of adductor magnus arises from linea aspera and medial supracondylar ridge. So this ischial part, nerve supply of this ischial part of adductor magnus is tibial part of sciatic nerve, and nerve supply of adductor part of adductor magnus is posterior division of obturator nerve. So this adductor magnus has dual nerve supply. This is why this adductor magnus called as hybrid muscle. Now next is action of hamstring muscles. Hamstring muscles are chief flexor of leg and weak extensor of hip. These are hamstring muscles. Hamstring muscles are flexor of leg and weak extensor of hip. Strong extensor of hip is gluteus maximus. These hamstrings, they are mainly flexor of leg, and semimembranosus and semitendinosus, they are medial rotator of leg, and bicep femoris is lateral